How is it going, ladies and gentlemen? It is fantastic to see you all on this balmy night. I am super excited for tonight's show for you guys all. For those of you who are here for the first time, welcome. We have such a fun time here at the Catholic Dating Show. You guys are not just participants tonight, just FYI, okay? You guys will be able to watch our lovely lady of the hour and our three contestants battle it out to see who can go on a date with her. But you guys also can participate as well. Our single of the hour needs your guys' help, okay? So if you guys look over in the polls section, as the night goes on, we'll have various amount of polls for you guys to see and whatnot to be able to vote on different topics. There in the Q&A section, there's a give us your hot take. So please give us your hot takes about dating, about relationships, about Catholicism, anything you want. The spicier, the better. Okay. For those hot takes, and we will use them later on. So definitely go check that out as you're watching us tonight. But you guys, I am so excited for this evening. We are going to have a wonderful evening. I was tired, and so I drank some coffee before this, and that might have been a mistake. We'll see, but we're going to have some fun tonight. All right. So without further ado, let's just get right into it, shall we? So tonight's lady of the hour. Okay. Love how last Catholic dating show, we had our youngest lady of the hour ever at 26. This Catholic dating show, we have our youngest lady of the hour at 25. So I'm very excited to welcome our lady of the hour for this one, Addie. She is a baker from DeSmet, South Dakota. So my home state. Very happy to have her on tonight, and I think you guys are going to absolutely fall in love with her. She is so much fun, and hopefully one of the three gentlemen also falls in love with her. We'll see. But without further ado, let's put our virtual hands together, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on Addie to the stage. Addie, come on up. How are you doing, Addie?
Doing well. How about you?
You know, could not be better. Are you nervous? Are you excited? What are you feeling right now?
A little bit of both. I'm like very excited. I've been looking forward to this, but there's also some nerves in there. Although I feel like I have the easy job tonight, so I kind of just get to ask the questions.
That's very fair. Yeah. And for those of you watching at home, right? Addie, we asked her to come up with some questions for the guy she's going to meet. I don't know what these questions are. They don't know what these questions are. She might not even know what these questions are yet, right? We could go off the cuff. Full autonomy for Addie here tonight to ask whatever the questions she wants of these gentlemen. So I'm very excited to hear what questions you have, Addie. I hope you brought some spicy ones tonight. We'll
I hope so too. Oh my goodness.
Awesome. All right. Well, Addie, before we bring on our gentlemen, I want to ask a couple questions of you. All right. I want the audience. Let's get to know you a little bit. All right. What makes Addie tick? Who is Addie from DeSmet, South Dakota?
Okay. Well, I guess I would start with I'm Catholic, and I was very blessed to be brought up in a loving, wonderful Catholic home. So born and raised Catholic. I love my Catholic faith. Um, I actually volunteer as a teacher for CCD at my parish. I do kindergarten and first grade. So I have the little kids and I love that. They're super fun, kind of chaos, but really fun and cute. That helps. So I love doing that. I was born and halfway raised in Pennsylvania. Then my family moved to Colorado and then we moved here. So I've kind of moved around a lot, but out of all the places I've lived, I think this is my favorite. It's really a unique place. The people are really special and it's kind of a slower, more like old fashioned. I don't know. It feels, I don't know. I like it. It's good. But like you said, I'm a baker. I have a bakery slash cafe in a tiny little town here in South Dakota. And, we get all our little regulars in there that come in for their coffee and all that sort of stuff. So it's good. Yeah, I'm busy. I got lots going on, but very happy to be here. So thanks so much for having me.
Of course. I was so excited when I saw your video pop up in our applications. I was like, yes, this will be the perfect person for us. And I hope I have some good some good people. I'm very proud of some of the guys I picked out for you tonight. So we'll have some fun here. But awesome. So you're a baker, right?
Yes.
What what would you say is the easiest, or not the easiest, excuse me. What would you say is the like your best thing you bake? Are you like a cake? Are you like a croissant person? Like what?
That's a good question. I'm not sure. Golly, I make a lot of different things. It's definitely not croissants. My specialty is kind of in gluten-free things.
They're gluten free.
Okay.
And so the gluten-free side of things makes croissants and stuff like that difficult. But I like decorating. That's kind of my favorite part of baking. So if it's like a decorated cookie or cake or something like that, that's always really fun. So maybe that's not like a specific thing, but I like the decorating and like artsy side of it.
Fair. So this is like the perfect time of year for you with Christmas cookies coming up and everything
It
like that.
really is. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very, very blessed. I get to do what I love doing. So
There we go. There we go. I love it. Christmas cookies are such a fun idea for me. And then I get two cookies in, and I'm like, nope, I'm done. Like I just don't
long
have the
enough,
attention
we're
span
done.
for it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. I mess up once and it's nope, no more. But
Be just
anyway, that's awesome. Well, Addie, let's ask a little bit more about you. Let's get to know you a little more, right? So like you're obviously an awesome, talented, beautiful lady, right? Who's on Catholic Match. What are you looking for in a spouse, right? What are you looking for in these gentlemen that you'll meet? What are you hoping for, or what are you looking for?
Sure. I think I would say first, someone who is strong in their faith, who loves being Catholic, and wants to have a very strong Catholic family, in the future. That's kind of what they're going for. So yeah, someone who loves the faith, someone who embraces, their God-given masculinity, and wants to be like a leader and, is protective and those sorts of things. Yeah, someone who likes to have adventures, big or small, or, likes to be take it easy and relax, kinda something like that. Yeah, and someone who's a hard worker. I work a lot. I, volunteer at the church and I have a busy job, so someone who understands hard work. Yeah, and just someone to become a saint with really is kinda what I'm going for.
I love that. I love that. Guys, did you hear that? That's someone to become a saint with. That's I mean that's the goal for all of us, right? But I'm so happy you said that. That's awesome. And preferably someone who also likes baked goods, right? I
That would be
assume.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
I'm
not
here.
I will say my digging on these gentlemen goes deep. It did not go as deep as are they gluten free or not. I'm sorry. But we'll see. Maybe that's one of your questions you asked them. I don't know, but we'll see. Um so Addie,
Yes.
are we ready to bring on our gentleman for you tonight?
I think so.
Gentlemen, thank you very much for following the instructions I give you, keeping your guys' cameras off. I love it. Thank you all so much. At Addie, they're good listeners apparently. That's good. That's good. But gentlemen, let's just go around the room real quick and let's just introduce ourselves. Maybe a little 30-second spiel about ourselves, all right? Before Addie gets any questions. Why don't we start with Jacob first?
All right. Well, thanks for having me on the show tonight, Tony. Um, yeah, let's see. My name's Jacob. I'm from Minnesota originally. I am a creative person. I love to create things. I currently work as a paraprofessional in an elementary school. And when I'm not doing that, I'm at home usually drawing. And if I'm not drawing, I'll be playing games with my friends. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
Love it. Love it. Thank you, Jacob. Appreciate it. Gabriel, how about you?
I'm doing really good. Just some quick things about me. I'm a small town in North Dakota, but I'm a baker there. Otherwise, I'm just mainly at home, just either reading, hanging out with my dog, or I just like to spend time with my friends. So,
You said you're a baker? Did I hear that right?
yes, that's correct.
Interesting, interesting. So is your favorite thing to decorate as well? Or
It is not. I am bad at the decorating. I like the breads.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. All righty. Nice to meet you, Gabriel. Cam, you're up next.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on, Tony and Addie. It is a pleasure to meet you. So I live in Cincinnati, but I have lived in the Minnesota area for a few years, so not too far. I'm a embedded software developer, and I can't bake, but I do love trying baking. And my cousin's actually a chef in Southern California, so I've always loved going out to see her, visit her in her bakery. And when I'm not I've helped out at my old parish and helping out at RCIA. So for this most recent Easter, and so I helped a good friend of mine enter the church, and a good friend of mine come back into the church. And when I'm not helping out at my parish, I love traveling. I was actually just in Rome not too long back in September for the canonization mass of Saints Carlo Acutis and Pier Giorgio Frassati. So I'm looking for someone to go travel the world with and to get to heaven with, to your point.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm so jealous, Cam. That's awesome. Wow. So we've got some great gentlemen here right off the bat. I'm curious, Addie, before we get to your question, do you have a strategy here? Are you just going with whatever the Lord wills? Or we've had people with like notebooks taking notes and stuff. What's your strategy here?
I'm not completely sure if I have a strategy. I thought of questions ahead of time because I knew I needed to do that. But I'm trying to, I don't know, just kind of, go where the Lord wills. Kind of see how it goes.
I love it. Love it. All righty. Well, we'll get to the questions. So, Addie, what is the first question you would like to ask these gentlemen? Now, you can ask all of them the same question. You can ask individuals one question or another. It's up to you. The world is your oyster. Where would you like to go from here?
Okay. Well, I'll probably put this question to everyone. I thought it would be kind of fun to start out with this one. It's not super serious, but since Christmas is coming up, I thought it would be fun to ask if you guys had like anything you do special like during Christmas time, like maybe a family tradition or just something you like to do in the Christmas season.
Love it. Love it. What's a Christmas tradition? Who would you like to go first?
We'll start at the beginning. We'll go with Jacob first.
All right.
All
Jacob,
right.
a Christmas tradition.
Christmas tradition. I think, okay, outside of opening up presents over at my parents' house, that's the big one that we all gather around for after going to mass, of course, on Christmas Eve. We're big Christmas Eve mass goers. Let's see what other Christmas traditions. Spotify Wrapped comes out around this time of year, and me and my siblings love to gather around and all go through each other's rap together. So it's not quite Christmas themed, but it is around this time. So I'd say that's kind of what we've been doing in recent years.
I love that. Jacob, I think Spotify Wrapped just came out, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
Do I dare ask what your number one genre was? Addie, I'm asking you the same question.
It was pop rock.
Pop rock. Okay.
Pop rock.
Addie, you strike me as a country girl. Is that?
That's really fair. Yeah. Yes, I don't have Spotify, so I didn't have a Wrapped. But if I did, it would probably be that.
Fair. Shamefully, my Spotify rap was, I don't know if I should say this in the internet, but it was French EDM. French EDM was my number one genre. So that's out there now for you guys to know. I love techno music. What can I say? But anyway, all right, Gabriel, you're up next. Gabriel, Christmas tradition.
We just keep it pretty simple. Just mass on Christmas. The siblings will do a gift exchange with each other. Other than that, we usually celebrate the Christmas on the 28th or something, just so people can go to both families for their significant others. But
Sure.
Yeah, just keep it simple.
Awesome. Love it. Cam, what about you?
Yeah, so after we usually go to Christmas Eve mass, we'll kind of have dinner and we'll just put on a whole montage of Christmas movies, or movies in general. So Elf is always on there on the list. And I am a sucker for like those old 60s and 70s Rankin Bass claymation movies, like Year Without a Santa Claus.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. Yeah, no, it's not Christmas without Elf, right? It's not
No.
Christmas without Elf. Nope. I love it. I love it. What a good question to get us started off with, Addie. I love it. We didn't advertise this as a Christmas special, but I'm looking the first question and I'm looking at some of the hot takes that are popping up right now, and it might end up being a Christmas special.
Merry
Merry
Christmas.
Christmas, everyone.
So we'll see if we all have we all put Santa hats on ourselves in the post for YouTube, but we'll see.
That was magical.
Okay, love it. Addie, where do we go next?
So my next question, I'll probably pose this to everyone as well. So I was wondering what you're looking for in a woman, slash future wife, and maybe to narrow it down, like if you could give 3 things that you think you would like her to be, what would like 3 things? It doesn't have to be 3, but yeah, just something like that.
Perfect. What are you looking for in a future wife? Do you want to do opposites now? Start with
Sure,
Cam?
yeah, let's go the other way.
All right,
Sure.
Cam, you're up first.
All right. First thing, a woman to help lead. I would say, to quote Blessed Karl of Austria and servant of God, Zita of Bourbon, now let us help get each other to heaven. That's the first thing that I look for. A woman who loves me and like wants to help like raise a good Catholic family with me, and a woman who stands by my side through thick and thin, even in our best of times and our worst of times. My grandparents have been married for 56 years, so they've been through the ringer. So that is what I aspire for.
Love it. Love it. That's awesome. It's like somebody was listening to what Addie was looking for in a person as well. Interesting. But okay. Gabriel, what about you?
Yeah, I just say looking for someone who wants to work together with me to really get closer to God and keep moving towards that direction. Someone who's just patient and just wants to is willing to work through the thick and work through all the hard stuff that will be going on than for someone who's kind.
All right. All right. Love it. Jacob, same question.
All right. Yeah, I think what I'm looking for in a girl is someone who I can joke with, laugh with, someone who is willing to do God's will every day, to keep growing closer to God and to do whatever He has planned for us, and someone that I can dance with in the kitchen after the kids are put to bed.
Oh, that's sweet. That's sweet.
So
Wow. Jacob's votes just went up. Wow. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great answers, one and all. That's what great question. The audience loves that question. Addie, so great job so far. The audience approves. We also have a question from the audience as well for Gabriel, actually. Gabriel, any tips for how to keep sourdough, like the starter, alive?
Just feed it regularly. If you can't feed it, just stick it in the fridge for a couple of days. It should be fine. But either just get the discard off the top. But yeah, just feed it with I usually feed it with whole wheat flour and just some water. But
Fair enough. Fair enough. Here we go. Come to watch a show, leave with sourdough advice. What can we say? But love it, love it. All right, Addie, where to next?
Alrighty, so I guess this one is also to everyone. Might as well give everyone a fair shake. So my next one, I was thinking, being that we're all Catholic, and it seems like our Catholic faith is very important to us. How do you, like, in your daily life, live out your faith? Like, maybe what's your favorite way of praying, or favorite, like, sacrament or, something like that. Like, how do you live out your faith in your daily life? And we can start with Gabriel this time if we want.
Right.
Yeah, I just like to pray. I go through the Exodus app through doing a lot of stuff right now. So they're having me do the Angelus every day, which has been pretty nice, which is good. Otherwise, I go into adoration every Tuesday at the church is what I really like to go to. So
Love it. Awesome. Thank you, Gabriel. Would you like Cam or Jacob next?
Let's go Jacob next.
Jacob?
All right. Yeah, I think confession is probably my favorite sacrament by far. I think that's the one that I always feel just the best after leaving. Um, in my daily life, I have my morning prayers and night prayers where I just give it all up to God at the end of the day and do a couple Hail Marys and a good act of contrition before bed. So
Very nice.
Love it. Love it. Cam, same question.
Sure. So my prayer life is kind of like how I live my faith out is, so I have a friend, the one that just entered the church. She asks me a lot of questions about like what does it mean to be Catholic. So I try to give her good counsel as best as I can on how like living out the faith. And I've got on my desk on my clothes drawer, I've got a picture of Our Lady and our Lord, and I always make it a point to say good morning and good night good morning when I wake up and good night when I go to bed. And I try to pray as much as I can throughout the day while I'm at work.
That's awesome. What a great group of guys, man. This is awesome. Addie, this is going to be a tough decision. Like I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here looking at these guys. This is going to be tough for you. I'm feeling this might be one of the tougher ones we've had so far, but such great guys, such great answers. But we've got more questions for just this reason. So,
Yes.
Addie, these guys are short and sweet to the point. I love it. Well done, gentlemen. We are flying through these questions as well. So more time to get to know you, right? So I greatly appreciate it. But Addie, where to next?
Okay. So my next question was, how do you guys feel about living in South Dakota, potentially moving to South Dakota as a place to live?
Ooh, now we're getting into a little more spicy here. It's you start with the softballs. Oh, tell me about prayer and Jesus. And now we're getting down to brass tacks here. Okay. South Dakota, gentlemen, what do we think? Addie, who would you like to start with?
We'll start with Jacob.
all right. Yeah, well, I've only ever heard good things about South Dakota from our host here. I have family close to that area and all around North Dakota and Minnesota, and so it's not that far of a drive from South Dakota. So I like South Dakota, and it's got kind of the same weather and seasons as Minnesota, where I'm from. So South Dakota's great.
Very nice.
Love it. Blaine, Minnesota. Jacob, how far away is that from like the South Dakota border?
It's about 3.5, 4 hours from there, I'd probably say.
Okay. Not too far.
So
Doable.
not too far.
Doable. Yeah. All right. Gabriel, how about you? South Dakota. What do you think? As a North Dakota boy, what do you think?
I would definitely be open to it. I like to keep a bakery in North Dakota, but depending on how things go, I'd definitely be willing to move if need be. But I like South Dakota. My sister lives there, so yeah.
Nice. Who doesn't love South Dakota, right? It's beautiful. But, all right, Cam, same question. This will be interesting, right? Because Cam is the farthest away, so I'm interested to see what he thinks about South Dakota. But Cam, first, have you ever in your life thought about South Dakota? That's the first question.
Actually, it has crossed my mind when this is probably about 10, 15 years ago. I did a big kind of Griswold out west trip with my family. We did pass through South Dakota, so I saw the Badlands, and I do remember loving the Badlands. I would be open to potentially moving to South Dakota if I found a good job and if I found a woman worth moving there for.
That's the key. That's careful. It's dangerous. That's how I ended up
Oh,
in Michigan.
yes.
That's how I ended up in Michigan. But no, I love it. I love it. Great responses, gentlemen. All right, so some positive feedback about South Dakota, Addie. So that's good. That's good. So it doesn't really necessarily weed out anybody right there, but what do we think? We got time for a couple more questions here. So what do you think?
Okay. I have a question about North Dakota. Just curious, like how far, I don't know anything about North Dakota. Never been there. How far is it to Valley City from North Dakota to here?
Um,
I really don't know.
it's about an hour from the border or so.
Oh, okay.
Because Valley
So-
City's by Fargo, yeah?
Yeah, it's about an hour west of it. It's along the interstate with it.
Yeah,
so.
and DeSmith's up by Brookings, right, Addie?
Yeah, it's like 45-ish minutes from there, but yeah, it's north.
Yeah, so that's probably like maybe 2 to 3 hours, I'd say you two apart.
Yeah,
2 to 3 hours?
about 3 hours or so.
Yeah, okay.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. And then somebody can Google search how far Cincinnati is from DeSmith, but
I think that's going to be the longest, perhaps.
Oh yeah, that'd be a flight. That's at least probably a 12, 13-hour drive.
I just drove from Jackson, Michigan to Sioux Falls, South Dakota for Thanksgiving. It was 12 hours there, but then we hit the snowstorm on the way back, so it was 16 hours back. But it's doable. It's doable.
Anything is doable.
There we go. There we love the spirit, right? All right. Addie, what are the questions you got for the guys?
All right, so I'm curious to know what you guys think makes a good relationship. What are some like key qualities, values that you think are really important to have in a holy, loving relationship? And we can start with Cam.
Sure. I would say, from what I've learned from my grandparents, learn to choose the battles you pick. There are going to be things that are not worth bickering or arguing over. Communication is key. And probably you're not always going to love the things your future husband or your wife does, but you love them, and that is what ultimately a Christ-centered relationship with a relationship with Christ at its foundation. Probably, yeah, like that would be. Sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought. So, I apologize.
You're good.
You're fine.
Yeah. Love it. Gabriel, what about you?
I'd say big thing is just being equally yoked in our faith is a big one to be good. Other than that, I just say being able to communicate with each other and things that we might not disagree with, might not agree with, that we just able to talk about it, but just some communication and equally yoked.
I get that joke, right? Equally yoked. He's a baker. They use eggs. That's funny. Mhm. Awesome. Great answer, Gabriel. Jacob, what about you?
Yeah, I think communication is a very important one, and patience with each other. And I think the little things like showing up for each other each day and doing small things of love for the other person really helps the relationship go a long way.
I love it. That's awesome. Well, let me remind the audience here. We're almost done. Addie, I'll give you one more question. We got time for one more question from these guys. But audience, I see a couple people have voted so far, but way less than half of the people have voted so far. So get those votes in if you haven't already. We've got one question left. Maybe you want to wait till the end of this question. Maybe you have your mind made up, but you've got one question left. Throw your votes into the poll. If you don't know where the poll is, you can click on those three graphic icons, the three stats icons over in the left-hand corner. Click on that. It's who should Addie pick? and then it has Jacob, Cam, and Gabriel. Go throw your votes in there. We've got maybe about 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes left before Addie has to pick one of these gentlemen. So tell Addie what you think, and we'll let her know after this next question. But Addie, we got one question left. What would you like to be your last question for these gentlemen?
Okay. So last thing, I think, is there anything that you guys would like me to know about you? Maybe I didn't ask the question you were hoping or something. What is like one thing that you want me to know about you? Like your time to shine with whatever you like.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. That's a great question. That's a great question. Who would you like to go first?
We'll start with Gabriel this time.
All right, Gabriel, you're up.
Yeah, I just um I was just a convert. I used to be congregational with my parents. We switched over, but yeah, just recently been really getting back into my faith and just been really trying to slowly work my way through there.
Love it. Love it. How long ago did you convert, Gabriel?
At least 10 years ago, I think.
Oh, nice. Love it. That's a good thing to know. All right. Would you like to go Cam or Jacob?
Sure, let's go Cam next.
All right, Cam, you're up.
Sure. Sure. So I'd say, so I'm a cradle Catholic, never left the church, but I didn't always take my faith seriously until actually, kind of paradoxically, I got to college when I know a lot of people kind of fall away from their faith. I remember welcome weekend of freshman year of college. I'm like, where's the local Catholic church? I grew in love with my Catholic faith, and it is one of the most, if not the most important things to me in my life. And I try, imperfectly though I do, to live out my faith in all aspects of my life. And I hope to carry that over to live my faith authentically with my future wife and any children that we would be blessed, that my future wife and I would be blessed with, because I've seen what a lack of proper catechesis has done within my own family, and I do not want to make that same mistake. I want my future family to be on fire with their love of God and His church, and I wear my sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to put this. I pour my heart into whatever I do. So it's whether it be family, my work, my relationships with my friends, most importantly with God. Like, I try to put everything that I have into the relationships that I'm in.
Love it. Thank you, Cam. That's awesome. Again, great responses. Great responses from everyone. Addie, I have no idea how you're going to make this decision, but well, we have one left. Jacob, what would you like to tell Addie about yourself?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing that I haven't really mentioned is I co-own a video game studio. I'm the co-developer of currently working on our very first video game that we've made, but I've been the lead animator and designer for it all. So
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's all I got.
Awesome. We appreciate it. Guys, get your votes in. About half of you guys have voted so far. That's the official last question. No more information does Addie have before she has to make this decision. So get your votes in. I'll stall for you guys as long as I can. But get your votes in. We'll be closing down the poll in about a minute or so. So, Addie, how you doing?
You know, I'm doing good. This is gonna be a tough decision.
This is going to be a tough decision. Yeah, no, I'm really excited to see what you think about this. The audience has their own opinions on this as well. So, audience, get your votes in. We'll be closing down in about 30 seconds or so. But Addie, I want to ask you a question. Okay.
Okay.
So you have a choice here. well, you have 3 choices here. But you also have a choice in this. The audience has their opinions on who they think you should ask to continue this night with. Okay. My question to you is, do you want to see their thoughts before you pick, or do you want to pick blind and see what they think after you pick? What do you think?
Oh man. Um, I think I think I think I'll choose before I see the results.
Oh, we haven't had that. We haven't got that in a while. Okay. Okay. Choose before you see the
Not a
result.
poor decision.
I mean, hey, usually when people get a phone a friend, they do it, but that's all good. All righty. Well, Addie, have you
Yes.
made up your mind yet?
Oh man. Yes, I think so. Although I have to say, you guys have all been so wonderful. So please just know I think you're all great. So it's not yeah, you it's just like pick a great option out of 3 great options. So
Mhm, mhm.
yeah, you guys are all really awesome. So thank you. But yes, I think I have.
All right. I mean, that's the way dating should be, right? Is you have tons of good options, and just pick one and love them, right? That's
That's right.
that's what we like to say, right? But Addie,
Yes.
which gentleman would you like to? Now, obviously, you can choose to choose to never message this person again after tonight if you want, right? But which gentleman would you like to spend the rest of your evening or the rest of this show's evening with? Out of these 3 gentlemen.
I think that I'm going to choose I think I'm going to pick Jacob.
Jacob. All righty. So, ladies and gentlemen, she has decided to continue the night with Jacob. So, gentlemen, all 3 of you guys, if you guys would like to turn on your cameras now, say hello to us, say hello to the audience. Let us see your lovely faces. And we will be able to get to see you guys. There it is. All right. We have Cam, Gabriel, Jacob. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys for being on the show so much. We greatly appreciate it. You guys can't see, but my wife is peeking over in the corner looking because she's curious what you guys look like. So let's all wave to my wife here. But thank you guys so much for being on. We appreciate it. But she's chose Jacob. Now, people, if you guys are watching on here and you're like, oh man, Addie, you should have gone for Cam, or you should have gone for Gabriel. You can. The person who's thinking that right now, you can. Go for it. Maybe you want to steal Jacob from Addie,
Not cool, man. Not cool.
Be my guest, right? But this is, so we have on the platform, on Catholic Match, on this Air Meet platform, you could direct message people if you just think you want to message one of these people. Go get to know them, right? We have social tables after tonight as well. You can get to know them there. So whatever, if you think Addie made the wrong decision, swoop in and make the right one for her. But with all that being said, Jacob, I'm not saying you're a wrong decision. No. But
understand.
with all that being said, Gabriel, Cam, any last words before we send you to the back of house?
It was a pleasure meeting you, Addie, and getting to know you.
Pleasure.
A genuine pleasure.
Yeah, it's really nice meeting you. This was fun.
It's real quick for you guys to show you guys on stage what the audience thought. We had 54% of the audience say Jacob, so you were in line there. We had 26% say Cam, and we had 20% say Gabriel as well. So there we go. So the audience agreed with you, Addie. But Cam, Gabriel, you guys are excellent gentlemen as well. So we'll get Cam and Gabriel off the stage. We'll get you guys back house, get you guys set up with those 3 free months of Catholic Match Premium. On with the show, this is it. And continue our evening. So
Right.
now here's the thing. Addie, I have to confess something here. Okay. So I didn't tell you this beforehand. Because I didn't want to spoil anything or anything like that, or dissuade you in any way. Me and Jacob know each other, actually. Fun fact: me and Jacob were roommates in college.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That
So
is awesome.
That's all I'm saying about that. I did not. Jacob tried to spoil it. He tried to spoil it earlier.
I
I
did.
don't think I didn't catch up on that, Jacob.
Okay, I'm
But
sorry.
so just throwing that out there. But anyway, Jacob, how you feeling right now?
I'm feeling good. Feeling good. I get to spend more time with this lovely lady. So
Yeah, look at it, the schmoozer over here. Jeez. Okay, well, while we get our next game set up, Jacob, do you have any questions for Addie as we get this next thing set up?
yeah, I got a couple questions. I think so. You said you're a baker. So
Yes.
what made you want to go into baking?
Oh, so actually, kind of couple things.
Mhm.
I have always loved cooking, like ever since I was a little kid. And my mom would put me up on the counter. Bless her heart. I know I was
Aw.
not helpful, but she would. And I have a wonderful mother. And so she would let me bake with her and cook with her. And I always thought it would be so much fun to have a bakery. And I thought it was one of those dreams that
Mhm.
would be way down the line. But God presented the opportunity to me to be able to open this place and do this. So, yeah, it kind of came as a surprise, but also something I've always wanted to do.
Mm.
And being, I think I mentioned before, doing gluten free, I'm gluten intolerant. And way back when I was diagnosed with that, the food was terrible. It was
Mm.
so bad. And in a lot of ways, it still is not very good. But it was really not good, and so if I wanted something that was gluten-free, I would have to make it because you couldn't get it, or it
Mhm.
wasn't worth getting, you know? So I kinda have gotten really practiced from that, just practicing different baked goods that I wanted to eat.
Yeah.
And
I
I
suppose.
can tell you this, I have personal experience with this, Addie. I can tell you, Jacob doesn't know how to cook for squat. So this will be a perfect marriage. But but
That's
uh
okay. That's alright.
awesome, awesome. Well, guys, as you guys are watching this, we have a new poll that we just published as well. This poll is: should they go on a date in real life? What do you guys think? Should these two meet up in real life? What you said, we're 3 hours away, something like that. What do you guys think? Yes, maybe not. Let us know in the comments, and we'll be playing some compatibility games here, or a compatibility game here to test your guys' compatibility. So if you voters want to hold off until you see some more interactions between them, be my guest. I see a lot of people are already starting to vote. So we'll see. But this next game, this is a game we've been playing with a lot of the previous shows, and we'll continue doing it tonight. It is hot takes. Okay. So
Mm.
the audience throughout the night has been giving us their hot takes about, I see a lot about Christmas, about relationships, about Catholicism. I see one in here about homeschoolers being better than public, or being better than Catholic schoolers. Something I don't know. Maybe we'll see if that comes up. Anything and everything. Okay. You guys are going to have to vote live. Okay. You guys are going to have to give. So if you agree with the hot take, you give a thumbs up. If you disagree with the hot take, thumbs down. You're going to do it at the same time. We'll see if you guys are right or not. You have to pinky promise me no cheating though. Okay. No lagging the video to wait and see. Jacob, I know you're all techie and stuff, so I bet you could do that. But
I'll hold off.
but I digress. Okay. Are we ready? Any questions about the game?
Mm-mm.
Cool. Then let's do it. Back of house, can we get our first hot take of the evening? Hot take: Disney fans that are older than 25 are a real big red flag.
Them's fighting words.
Ooh, okay. I've got some takes about this, but I will shut up. What do you guys think? Disney fans are over 25, big red flag. 3, 2, 1, go. Addie,
What's that?
you were gonna go up.
Were
and
you
then
gonna
went
go up?
down.
No, I was down. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
You both went down?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
I think so. I went down. Yes.
Interesting. So are you guys Disney adults?
I don't know if I qualify as a Disney adult. I do like Disney, and I will say it can go to an extreme where it's like, okay, guys, like, we're not kids anymore. But I do think, I don't know, there's a lot of nostalgia with Disney, so I like a lot of Disney stuff.
Yeah. No, I think exactly that. I think Disney adults, there is the extreme version of it, and then I think there's just enjoying it. And Disney's they put out some good stuff, so
Yeah, I can't get there, guys. I will say, The Incredibles, is that Disney? Right, that's Disney,
Yes.
right? Yeah, I do have the entire Incredibles movie memorized, but besides that, no, you're over 25. I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. Oh well.
I can
I
see
don't
your
know if
Well,
I'll
but
be
you
wearing
guys
Mickey
were
Mouse ears, but
you guys were in unison, so that's the good part, right? So we'll take it. All right, so 1 for 1 here. Let's see if we can get 2 for 2. Back of
Okay.
house, can we get our second hot take of the evening? It is better to not do Santa with your kids. Ooh, it is better to not do Santa with your kids. Christmas edition.
Mhm.
What do we think? 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, Addie, we have to start with you. Why do you hate Christmas?
Okay. So maybe I'm playing with semantics, but I think it's better to do Saint Nicholas than
Oh, okay.
because
Mhm.
then it's not like you're not lying to your kids because Saint
Mhm.
Nicholas was a real person. You know, the stories are real about him.
Mhm.
So then it's like not lying. So I'm a big Saint Nicholas supporter.
Okay,
Mhm.
so you're gonna teach your kids about him punching a heretic in the face and
Oh
stuff
yeah.
like that? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, well, fair enough. Fair enough. Jacob, what do you think?
I'm also a big Saint Nick supporter. I look at it, yeah, it's kind of close there, I think. It's definitely semantics, like Addie said. Because my family always did. Saint Nick is the one bringing you presents, until you get a little bit older, and then it's like, oh, parents bring him down. But then you can teach them that Saint Nick was a real person, and yeah,
Yeah.
all the stuff that he did that was great.
So Addie, would you like not bring your kids to like a mall Santa or something like that? Like Santa
Oh,
Claus.
that's a good question. Um, I probably would. Although I'll say as a kid, I didn't love that myself. It wasn't like something I loved doing. It kind of halfway weirded me out, I guess. I was a
Mm,
shy kid though, so maybe that's that. But so yeah, I don't know. I probably would do that if it
Okay.
yeah.
mhm.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Speaking of St. Nicholas, by the way, happy St. Nicholas Day, guys.
Happy
Happy St.
St.
Nicholas
Nicholas
Day.
Day.
Yeah. My wife surprised me this morning, and she woke up early and went and put candy in my shoes, right? Because that's the tradition.
Oh,
And it was really cute until I walked downstairs right after her, and caught her doing it, and then she was like, "Go back upstairs, go back upstairs." But anyway, okay, so we were technically opposite, but like kind of on the same page, right?
same,
We'll
yeah.
see. So we'll say
See,
1.5 out of 2 so
see
far.
how it
Okay.
goes.
All right, back of house. Let's hear our next hot take. There's the homeschooled one. Kids raised homeschooled are stronger in their faith than the average Catholic, but are also super socially awkward.
You're wrong.
There we go. Okay. What do we think? I don't know if either of you guys were homeschooled, so curious. But 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
Okay. Well, Jacob, we
okay.
have to start with you. Why do you disagree with this take?
That kids are. Mm, mhm. I don't think that it's necessarily that they're stronger in their faith. I think there's definitely the potential for that to be more with that parent relationship. I was homeschooled
Gotcha.
personally. I also don't think that I was super socially awkward. I know there is the stigma of it, but I think my brother is one of the best socially aware people that I've ever met in my life. So I don't think there's that. I think there is some that are socially awkward, but and then I guess we all were pretty great in our faith. So not sure.
There we go. Addie, you're attacking homeschoolers here. You're talking to two homeschool guys, just FYI. So what do you think?
Okay, I was homeschooled too, and I loved it so much. I love being homeschooled. I want to homeschool my children, like, full support of it. But I guess I agreed with the first part and not so much the second part because I do know a lot of my friends who are homeschooled, they're really strong in their faith and, like, doing really well, finding their vocations. So, I think that part is, like, super awesome.
Mhm.
Some of them can be socially awkward, but I will say I think they're more like the socially awkwards are the squeaky wheel that we get the reputation for.
Mhm.
I know more not socially awkward homeschoolers, like more normal homeschoolers than anything else. So it was like a half and half. I agreed with half of it, but not the other half.
Yeah, but the stigma's still there for a reason, though,
They're
right? I
all
mean, we're the
cool.
exception, right? Right.
Mhm.
It's true. There's some yeah. Yeah.
We've all met him. Yeah. Anyway, okay, so again, we're like half. You know, for the sake of being a miser, I'm gonna say you guys didn't get that one. But
Yeah.
so 1.5 out of 3, 50-50. That's pretty good. All right, next up, back of house. What do we got for us? We got time for maybe one or two more. At least the first 2 Die Hard movies must be watched during Advent. John from Maryland. John, how's it going? Good to see you. I
And
love
what
it.
do you think, John? Because I said that regardless of that, of course, I'd like to know you better.
Oh, I would absolutely take you to a Panera Bread after Mass.
After Mass. Thank you.
We might even step it up and go full on Outback Steakhouse. I don't know.
Who knows?
Big talker. Big talker. At least the first 2 Die Hard movies should be watched during Advent. They are kind of Advent movies, are they not? What do you think? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. No? Too bad. Too bad. Why no?
I personally have never seen them. I think I started watching the first one, and I'm pretty sure I fell asleep in the middle. So,
Mm.
no offense if someone's, like, a diehard fan out there, that's totally great, but, yeah, I just wouldn't know. I haven't really watched it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Jacob?
I think Die Hard's a Christmas movie. You can't watch it until it's Christmas time.
Okay, so you're like Christmas Eve, the clock strikes midnight, Die Hard begins.
Yippee-ki-yay.
I think it's more of like, fourth day of Christmas kind of movie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
there are others that take priority over it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, a couple Christmas ones. I like it. Jacob, I'm pretty sure Jacob, you were the person who showed me Die Hard for the first time. I want to say, like, I think so.
I think so. Could see
Maybe.
it.
I
Yeah,
could
I'm
be
not
wrong.
sure. Watched a lot of
No.
movies.
That's true. All right, we've got time for. We'll see. We might have to do a speed round. Okay, let's get a couple extras in because we have a lot of questions here. Let's do a speed round here. Back of house, if you could throw another one up. Saint names for kids are too overused. We need some new names for future saints. I love this take. But what do we think? Saint names are overused. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh.
Okay, quick. Let's talk about it.
Okay. I think there are some good saint names out there that I don't know. They're not overused, I don't think. There are a lot of them that are common out there, but I think they're good names. And it's also like helpful as a kid to be like, oh, that's a saint with my name. It's just kind of like someone you can look up to. But I also do like there need to be some new names for future saints too. I like that idea. And
Yeah, that second part, that was a good add-on.
That's a good
Yeah.
add-on.
Mm-hmm. Addie, what do you think?
I mean, I guess I agree with what with what Jacob said. But yeah, I think having a patron to like look up to and be named after is really special. And I also love a good traditional name. There's some wacky new names out there, so I love good old fashioned names. But I don't think there's anything wrong with new saint names either. So.
Yeah.
Addie, you strike me as someone who would name your firstborn child like Jehoshaphat or something like that. I'm kidding.
Well, I haven't really thought thought about that one. That's a little intense.
Okay, I said speed round and then I lied to you guys, but so back of house is probably mad. But anyway, back of house. We'll do one more and then we'll wrap it up here.
Okay.
All right. Ducks are the cutest type of bird. Dan. All right. Ducks are the cutest type of bird. Interesting. 3, 2, 1. Oh, interesting. No way. Absolutely no way. Ducks are disgusting.
Not compatible with you, Tony. Sorry.
Jacob, me and you would never work out. I'm sorry, man.
Couldn't work out.
Sorry. No. Blue jays? Are you kidding me? They're like, there's ducks are not cuter than blue jays. There's absolutely no way. But anyway, I'm sure this is what the audience wanted to see. We talk about birds. But yeah. Anyway. Okay. Well, guys, thank you so much for playing. You guys are great. The audience, if you haven't voted yet, get your responses in the polls. It looks like about just over half of the audience have voted so far. So that other half, get your votes in. Should these two meet up in real life? What do we think? This is what the Catholic Dating Show is for. Get your votes in. What do you guys think? All right. So while we tally those votes up, Jacob, Addie, any final thoughts before we show you guys what the audience thinks about if you guys should meet up?
I think it'd be great. We'll send it. This has
We'll
been
send
really fun with you. So yeah, love to see what meeting up with you in person would be like. So
Thank you. Yeah, I agree. You seem super awesome, and yeah, I guess I just also want to say thank you, Tony, for doing this. This is really awesome. I've enjoyed it very much. Super fun. So.
Of course, guys.
Yes, thank you, Tony.
Guys, we greatly appreciate it. I bet you can guess what the audience is going to vote. But I'll show it on stage for you guys for the grand reveal. Can I get a drum roll, please? The grand reveal. We have 91.3% of the votes say yes, you guys should meet up in person, and 8% of the votes say you guys should not. So 91% of our audience members think you should. 92% of our audience members think you should. So there we go. Ultimately, guys, the decision falls to you guys, right? Decision completely falls to you. Here at Catholic Match, right? We'll get you guys, we'll exchange your guys' profiles and stuff like that, and you guys will have the premium membership so you guys can talk to one another and stuff like that. Ultimately, it's completely up to you. I do want to say before I forget, for those audience members who are asking what happened to the last groups, I reached out to our last couple, Jared and Kim, right? Jared and Kim, who we had 2 weeks ago, and I can confirm they are still talking. So woo woo, very, very exciting, very, very exciting for all of our regulars who watch that. So there we go. But ultimately, the decision is up to you guys, whether you guys want to meet or not, right? We are a vessel to get you guys to meet, and from there, it's up to you guys, right? So I just want to say thank you guys so much for playing along tonight and for dealing with our shenanigans and stuff like that, and being so open to what the Lord has for you guys, right? Even if that's just to have a good time tonight, or it's something meaningful in the future, right? The Lord rewards those who trust in him. So thank you guys for taking a little leap of faith and joining us tonight. We greatly appreciate it.